Hello everyone, Fanta here. You're watching FANTAVISION, and today we are discussing GameStop's Reddit once again because hearing GameStop employees dealing with these customers, the stories are even worse than most of the people that I dealt with. They're at such a great frequency right now because of just how stressed out everyone is. And whenever it's during a stressful time, people start being terrible to retail employees. They're just venting, but in the worst way imaginable. So today we're going to be taking a look at that, reading some stories from people, and it's just, put this in the context of these employees are also incredibly stressed out already. They're already having to deal with a bunch of stuff coming down from corporate, making their lives even worse, cutting hours, all the different things I talked about in the last video. Just so many different things that are already on their plate, and now they have to deal with a higher frequency of shitheads. Before we get in the story, of course, like to give me that thumbs up. I do stream, so definitely come on by. I hope to see you there. And please subscribe because I'm so close to 50K, I can almost taste it. So this first story, in the title, it's Call the Police. That's the old clickbait thing that a lot of different YouTube videos used to have. Police called, all those old prank videos. So let's take a look at this story where the employee actually had to call the police. I had to call the police to deal with someone who wanted a headset. How was everyone else's Sunday? A customer wanted a headset when we didn't have any. I informed him of this and he stormed off. To which I said, "Sorry man, have a nice day though." He then called me a smart ass and a prick, then came behind the cash wrap and threatened to fight me. I called the police and he went about his day. One call to my store leader and one panic attack later, my shift was over. Also, random guy, if you see this, just know I really do hope your day did get better. Hopefully you guys had a better Sunday than I did. I don't know what is wrong with people that threaten to fight you. I've had this experience as both an employee and just a random person in a store. Someone threatened to fight me. What is wrong with you? You want to physically harm someone? How screwed up are you in the head? I feel like anybody who is caught threatening to fight someone should be forced to fight a heavyweight boxer. You really want to fight? There you go. I don't understand this other part of it, the first part where sympathy is being mistaken as being a smartass. How does that even happen? I don't understand. How screwed up in the head do you have to be to think that every single thing that other people say to you has to be something negative? That's just ridiculous. The OP says that, too long didn't read, somebody was having a bad day and took it out on me. That happens all the time in retail. I feel really bad for this guy, and it's funny because he is the opposite of me. He's like, I really do hope he did have a better day. And I'm like, fuck that guy. What a piece of shit. Become a better person, and then maybe I'll give sympathy for you. This next one isn't really a story. I just thought it was really funny because I can really relate to this. Can you stay open a little longer until I get there? Lol, never. I agree. I completely agree. We got these calls all the time. And the thing is, though, he said lol, never. I have had to stay open later to help customers. It's such a pain in the ass. It's so frustrating. In fact, one of the stores in my district got in trouble because they didn't wait for someone. That's not how a business works. A business has a closing time, and that's when the business closes. You have all day to go there. And with GameStop, most of them are open till 9 or 8. So even if you get off of work, you still have a couple hours to go there before they close. There's no reason that any business should have to stay open for you. And you gotta remember that a lot of these people have been there all day. They wanna go home. They wanna have somewhat of a life. They wanna be able to get home, go to bed, so they can wake up for the next day. I have never asked a business to stay open later for me. And please, if you're watching this, don't do that either. I think the next story has one of the best questions ever. Why are people jerks? Hands guest a mask to wear while browsing. Goes back to helping current guests check out and then guest leaves. Other guest walks up with mask over their head like a hat, as if to say, I'm not wearing it over my face. If I have to wear it, This is what I'm going to do, and I just don't care if anybody else dies or not. I'm not sick, so it doesn't matter. Now, the grammar of this story is terrible, and I have no idea if the customer actually said this or this is what they are implying, but this is... You wonder why cases aren't going down. You wonder why the United States has had such a problem with this. It's because of idiots like this guy. I mean, what is... Why? Why can't you just wear it while you're in the store? Why are you even in the store of GameStop anyway? Like, just buy it online and pick it up in the store if you really want to shop at GameStop for some reason. Whatever you believe about masks, I have to say this every time. A store policy is a store policy. And how is it such a big deal to just, acknowledge what an employee says and follow rules of a business and just wear it for a couple minutes? Or if you disagree with the policy, get this, you don't have to shop there. Whoa! Blowing your mind. If you disagree with the policy, you don't have to shop there. Holy crap. Just insane, right? But apparently, instead, being a dickhead to the employee and wearing it like a hat, that's what you gotta do. You gotta make that statement against that minimum wage worker. Congratulations. Also, the thing about this story is there's an even just worse story in the comments. There are some times where you just find gold in the comments. This is one of those times. One of my coworkers told me about some asshat who came into our store without a mask. Manager handed him one and politely asked him to wear it. Dude puts it on over his eyes and starts walking into all our displays and shelving, knocking shit down. Then he smashes a kid into the used systems cabinet. They had to call mall security to get the fucker out of the store. I don't understand why people refuse to wear masks and then act like idiots when someone asks them to. Take your political statement to someone who actually cares. Exactly. If you don't believe in masks, fine. Whatever. But don't take it out on an employee of a store where that's the store policy. That's all there is to it. Stop making other people's lives more difficult. Stop being a selfish dickhead for 30 seconds. Is that hard? Yes, apparently. And the fact that he was smashing into things on purpose really shows what kind of person this is. And this isn't the first person to just smash things because they thought a store policy was bad. Remember that guy that smashed up a store for saying they couldn't return Fallout 76? That is store policy everywhere. You cannot return a new game. That does not mean you get to smash up the store. Right now, the store policy is you have to wear a mask as you shop. You shouldn't be able to just smash up the store because you disagree. That doesn't make sense to me. Why can't you just be a functional member of society instead of being a worthless oxygen thief? The title of this one, I've never heard this term used in this way, and I absolutely love it. Have you ever just blue screened because of what a customer has said? Blue screened. What does that mean? You'll see in just a second. The other day I was helping these two kids and their mom, mostly asking questions about Fortnite Save the World, which I know next to nothing about. They asked why they couldn't find it on the PlayStation Store. I said I had no idea. They must have taken it down for whatever reason. I found out later you purchase it through Fortnite proper. Honest mistake. The mother looks at me dead in the eyes and asks, well, why don't you put it back up then? I just kinda stood there slack-jawed for a few seconds, thankful for the mask, before explaining that I am in no way in charge of what Sony puts on their online store. So they left empty-handed. Her words left me speechless. Why don't I just put it back? I've just never been accused of messing with the PlayStation Store before and thought it was interesting. That level of stupidity, it's just absurd. Well, why don't you put it back up then? I love when there are customers that just think because you're a video game based store, you control all video game things. Like, oh, this game doesn't work. Why can't you fix it? We can't fix game bugs. We can't fix game glitches. We really can't. We're not developers. We're not programmers. We can't fix these things. Why are the servers down on my game? I don't know. We'll put the servers back up. So those are just a few of the wacky stories that I've seen on the GameStop subreddit. If you guys want to see more of these, let me know in the comments section. They're a lot of fun to read. I mean, I have a lot more just after doing a couple hours of research on the subreddit. But I mean, man, it's just insane. Let me know if you liked it. Like the video if you guys liked it. Subscribe for more content. And as always, have a fantastic day. See you guys. Hazy little thing again. Sierra Nevada. Really good. The reason I cracked it by making the sound effect is because I'd opened it before. So I needed to have the sound effect still. So I had to make it myself. I mean, I guess I could just dub in from like a previous video. That would be pretty funny actually. Or I could dub in like a bottle cap thing. That would be funny. I have no idea. We'll figure out what I'm going to do. I've been trying to come up with new and interesting ideas for the channel. I thought this might be an interesting direction to go just because there are lots of people's stories out there. I don't really have a whole lot of people that send me stories. And when I do get those, none of them are about GameStop, of course. And I feel like this is even easier to get more stories about what's going on right now because my stories were so much different than what's going on currently because of COVID. I mean, there's just so many crazy stories, and there's even more angry people because of just how stressed out everyone is. It's like a gold mine of disgruntled workers and customers all at the same time. And I'm starting to also talk about my streams. I'm going to start moving that little promo up, hoping to get more people because it really is a ton of fun. And I want to do more Jackbox games, and the more people that show up to those, the better.